Right, is everybody ready to be inspired? Yeah, good. First of all, I want to say thanks everyone so much for joining me today. Grateful that you're all here. So I'm going to talk about a few things today. I'm going to be talking about martial arts, veganism, and a bit about my story, how martial arts and veganism naturally connect, and like a bit of how I've got to where I am along my journey. So martial arts, what is it? It's more than just fighting, throwing punches, kicks, and fancy moves. It's about discipline and self-resilience and self-discipline. People train martial arts for many reasons, mainly for physical fitness and self-defense only, or to compete in tournaments and collect medals and trophies, like what I used to enjoy doing a lot, especially in my old karate days. It's about using your strength wisely, defending the vulnerable, and standing up for justice, and just standing up for what you believe in. And that's why I think that it naturally connects with veganism. The animals in cages, the ones who have done nothing wrong, they deserve our protection, freedom, and our compassion. Training martial arts is my way of fighting for them, using my strength to stand up for justice, kindness, and standing for what's right, what I believe is right. My name is Benny Green. I'm a personal trainer, martial artist, online coach, and a passionate content creator. My job is to teach people about martial arts and veganism so they can become the best versions of themselves. So I've been training martial arts for as long as I can remember. It's been my foundation, my anchor, and my guiding philosophy. To me, martial arts isn't just about fighting. It's about mastering your mind, body, and spirit. Over the years, it's carried me through pretty much everything, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. It's rebuilt me when I was broken, gave me focus when I was lost, taught me patience and resilience. A few years ago, I took a leap. I decided to give everything up and move to Thailand to train and fight Muay Thai professionally. I wanted to go for a whole year. I really wanted to test myself, not just as a fighter or an athlete, but as a person who's never eaten a single piece of meat in their whole life. So when I first arrived, I made one decision that would change my life forever. I decided to quit drinking before I had a little bit of a problem being around the drinking environment and the music industry. I used to play in bands a long time ago. Being around that kind of environment, you're always surrounded by it. So it was very hard to escape. I knew I had to get out of it one way or another. So I made the decision when I got to Thailand to quit alcohol completely. No drinking, no distractions, just training, discipline, and focus. I told myself, let's see how far I could go if I gave it everything. And so far, it's been just over 6 years now. 6 years without any drugs or alcohol. Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much. The year I went to Thailand really tested me in more ways than I could have ever imagined. When I was there, I did about 4 professional fights. I also went there with no previous fighting experience as well. So just a karate background. If any of you have seen the Karate Kid, it was like scoring points in tournaments. So very different to what I got myself into, straight in the deep end to professional fighting in Thailand. There was one fight that really stood out. It was the third one I did, where I landed my first knockout win. It was at the end of the second round. I just got him with a straight right. That feeling, I remember the feeling, it was something like I never felt before. It was just something like I just won the lottery or something like that. It was good. I never thought knocking someone out would feel so good. but it just shows when you put your training and mindset to everything, it just shows that the results will speak for themselves if you keep going. I realised that martial arts isn't just a sport, it's a way of becoming the best version of yourself, to push past your fear and discover what you're truly capable of. It wasn't all the victories that stood out the most. A few months after that victory that I just told you about, I actually suffered a knee injury from the fight after that. And I also got the victory as well because I won with a knee KO, but where I got him so hard, it did more damage to me than it did to the other guy. So that was kind of a win-lose situation for me. But yeah, that was my first real injury from fighting. It was tough. It was a moment where I could have fallen back into old habits or just given up. Instead, I doubled down. I really wanted to focus on my recovery and nutrition. So that was about the time when COVID started. So I could say the timing worked out perfectly, pretty much, because after that broke, the whole world pretty much closed down. So it was good timing for me, really. Gave me time to focus on my healing and my recovery. Even if I did want to fight, I wouldn't have been able to because the whole world was shut down at the time. So it worked out okay for me. So I wanted to really load up on the leafy greens, whole plant foods and supplements. I even started taking vitamin D while I was living in Thailand, very much living in the sun. But even I just wanted to help my bones heal as quickly as possible so I could get back to normal. It was a period of patience, discipline, and learning to protect my body while pushing it carefully back into its full strength. Martial arts has taught me anything. It's taught me that setbacks are not failures. They're opportunities to rebuild yourself stronger than before. A knee injury didn't stop me. If anything, it made me a lot smarter about my training and even about fighting and stepping into the ring. It also made me a lot more connected to my body than I ever was before. During this time, I wanted to fully embrace veganism and whole foods, plant-based eating, as well as quitting alcohol as well. So I'm someone who's been born vegetarian. I've never eaten a piece of meat. So compassion has pretty much always been a part of my life. But training, recovery, and healing my body on a plant-based vegan lifestyle isn't just moral, it was practical. I saw firsthand how it enhanced my healing, improved my energy, and it did help me come back a lot stronger after my injury. Veganism isn't just about avoiding harm to animals. It was about living in alignment with my true values, maximizing my potential as a fighter and a human being. So when I train now, I feel freedom in every movement, the freedom that those caged animals will never have. I feel like I step into the gym. Every time I step into the gym, I'm training for them. I'm fighting for them in my own way through discipline, strength, and compassion. A lot of people see compassion and kindness as a sign of weakness, but I see it as the ultimate measure of somebody's strength. Martial arts taught me that power without compassion is dangerous. But compassion with power, that's when you create real change. When you open your heart, when you care for others, when you choose empathy over ego, that's when you create change. And that's when your training has real purpose. That's why I think martial arts naturally connects with veganism and they fit well together. Both are about standing up for what's right. Both are about fighting for what you believe in. not for yourself, but for those who can't fight back and defend themselves. One of the biggest lessons that I've learnt in this journey is the importance of who you surround yourself with. There's a saying, which is one of my favourites. It goes something like, who you surround yourself with is who you become. When I was struggling with addiction, I was surrounded by the wrong people. But once I started surrounding myself with fighters and champions, people in a gym training to try and better themselves, that's exactly what I became. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with people who lift you, you rise. If you surround yourself with people that drain you, you fall. It's the same with your body and mind. What you feed yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally shapes who you are. That's why I choose plant-based nutrition to fuel my recovery, enhance my performance, live in alignment with my true values, and keep my health and fitness to a high standard. Life isn't easy. We all face our own struggles. My advice to people, if you're in a bad place right now, physically or mentally or emotionally, best advice I can give to anyone and to everyone, the best that I've had, is to keep going and believe in yourself. Remember all the hard times that you've been through, the challenges that you survived. You can overcome this as well. And don't see your struggles as problems. See them as obstacles to climb over, work around it, or push through and come out stronger the other side. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and always speak positively to yourself. You become what you speak, so you need to feed your mind with the right words. And your life will reflect on that energy. I train martial arts because I believe it's a moral obligation, not just to dominate, not for fame, but to stand up for what is right. It gives me the freedom and discipline so I can lead by example instead of just leading by advice. It gives me that purpose so I can fight for what's right and fight for compassion, justice, and kindness for those caged animals. That's what being a martial artist truly means. Using your strength wisely to protect the innocent, to inspire, and to serve. Don't just train your body, train your mind, your heart, fight for those caged animals, and don't just fight to win, fight for what's right. Compassion isn't a weakness, it's the ultimate form of strength. When we combine martial arts with compassion, we don't just change ourselves, we change the world around us. If you'd like to follow my journey and my training, you can find me on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If you want to support me in any way, you can scan the barcode here, or I have a Patreon page. There's even a free option you can join as well. But if you want to chip in a little bit, as little as £2 a month, any higher, that'd be greatly appreciated. We can visit my website, Trainer Benny Green, for merchandise, discounts on supplements, and also some online training sessions or in person. Or if you're local, we can do it in the park or in my gym. My name is Benny Green. Thanks everyone so much. Hope you enjoyed that. Got a bit of time for a Q&A if anybody has a question. If anybody wants to ask anything. Yes.
I'm sorry if I missed some context at the beginning of the answer to my question.
That's all right.
I was wondering how you are using martial arts as in beyond being out there.
Yeah, so my social media, I promote veganism on that as well, and people see that I'm a vegan athlete. That's kind of my way of doing it. It's just showing people that vegans can still fight and compete and be strong and fit. I feel that's my way of doing it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah. Yeah. Any more? Anyone has a question? What did you guys think of the talk? Any comments? Good comments?
Nice to get to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks everyone. No more questions?
When you were in Thailand, what did you do to play training? What was it?
That's a really good question, actually. So when I was training in Thailand, what I'd do, my normal day, I'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I'd go for a 1 hour run, 6 a.m. I'd have a little snack, and I'd do a 2 hour class at 8 a.m. And I'll be free for the rest of the day until 3 p.m. Then do another 2 hour Muay Thai session. And after that, before bed, I usually do some yoga or stretching and try and get as much sleep as possible, like 9 to 10 hours. If you're training like that every day, you're going to need more sleep than average. Sleep should be the number one priority. So I was trying to go for 9 to 10 hours because of all the training I was doing. That's a good question. Anything else?
You know the famous boxer Derek Chisora, yeah?
I actually don't.
You don't, yeah.
I don't
So
really
Derek
follow
Chisora
boxing.
is like a legendary boxer. After a fight, he always, with his opponent, win or lose, he always has a Five Guys with him.
Yep.
Do you reckon you could do the same thing but with a vegan burger?
Five Guys.
Yeah, he's like let's have a Five Guys and have a little bit of a social media. But maybe like I was thinking, have you thought about doing like a bonding thing with other opponents and stuff with vegan food?
Like a victory vegan pizza.
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did do when I compete.
Yeah.
If I win, I usually have a victory vegan pizza to celebrate. It's the only time I eat pizza or burgers.
Yeah.
Don't take my word for it.
So
Another one,
on
yeah.
the note of food,
Yeah.
are you finding that there are many other vegan athletes?
Only a few, yeah. Only a few. I've only got a few clients that are actually vegan. Most of them, they say being vegan is hard. Believe it or not, people still think being vegan is hard. But no, the best thing I can do is lead by example. If watching an animal get their head cut off doesn't make someone go vegan, then nothing will. I don't need to. I don't feel like I need to. That's going to put people off, I think. And just lead by example. Yeah.
Bit of a cheeky one. As a vegan fighter,
Yeah.
like from your perspective, how can you knock someone out compassionately?
Knock someone out with compassion.
Yeah.
No. What do you mean?
Two dogs
Right?
were like fighting, you just then fight consensually engaged.
That's different
You-
scenario.
I'm not sure if I understand your question.
That's right.
Knock someone out.
No.
I'll come back to you on that. Does anybody else have anything?
So basically, I had a question on nutrition,
Yeah.
and protein,
Mm.
and as
Mm.
a personal trainer, just wondered what your thoughts are. You know, especially people question
Mm.
being on a vegan diet and how you can get it.
Yeah.
Muscle building.
And protein is over exaggerated, especially in the fitness industry. I tell people if you eat enough food, you get enough protein. But yeah, obviously you need, if you're doing like competing and bodybuilding, obviously it needs to just boost it a little bit. So yeah, I still get asked a lot where I get my protein, believe it or not. Frustrating. Yeah, those are beans, legumes, protein powders, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices, everything has protein. Just eat enough food, then you'll be fine. That's what I say to people. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Any more for any more? Yes, sir.
It's more of a comment rather than.
That's all right. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that what you said about every time you step into the gym, you think that you're training for the animals. That's a good reminder for myself. I never really thought about I should.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah. Especially when you're training, gives you a good little boost as well. Just think about them when you're doing something difficult. Training in the gym, like you think that's hard. It's not hard compared to what the animals have to go through on a daily basis, is it? Hope you've all enjoyed my inspirational talk about that. So, any more? No? Yes. Yes.
So when you moved from that kind of friendship to
Mhm. Yeah.
did you feel some kind of imposter syndrome? How did you feel that way?
I felt more at home actually. I was like it was more where I was supposed to be, like where I was made to do, instead of what I was stuck in for so long. That makes sense. Yeah. One more. No, we got.
Do you personally feel that leading by example is enough, or do you feel whether you want to become that?
Activism. I still do some activism as well, like the Cube of Truths I do sometimes, and a bit of outreach. And I've got 2 Instagram pages, one for the training, one for the veganism. So I'm doing that as well. So yeah, doing my own thing, trying to keep it busy, showing people that vegans can still fight and be strong. Yeah, I'm always on it. Any more? Any more questions? No?
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone so much. Hey, please support me by buying a t-shirt as well and joining the Patreon. I'd really appreciate anyone that does that. Cheers, guys.
Thank
And
you.
you fighting for vegan victory.
Yeah.